Hey everybody, in case you needed a bit of a hint on this quiz, I wanted to give you kind of a start for it. And then I think from there you'll see what you have to do. It's nowhere near as bad as you think it is. It looks awful when you look at the equation, but you'll see. It's not that bad. So it's going to start just like the linear one that I showed you in the last video, exactly the same. You've got the ring of x values starting up there and going forever. Forever that way, forever that way. And then this is your quadratic, ax squared plus bx plus c. So what I'm going to start by doing is by plugging in the x values into this. So here, I'll do a couple for you. I'm going to do, I'll do like -3 and -3, maybe -1 too. So what would happen if you plug -3 into this? Well, that -3 would be squared and you'd end up with 9. So that would be 9a. Plus, if it's -3, it'd actually be minus 3b plus c. Or plus -3, whatever you want to write. I just like to write it that way. If you plug in -2 squared is 4a minus 2b plus c. That making sense? -1 would be 1a minus 1b plus c. 0, I'm going to talk you through this one. 0 would knock everything else, let you just have c left. And then 1, 2, and 3 would look a lot like this, except for the difference being the positives and negatives. But I'm going to let you figure that. That's what part of the quiz is, figuring all that stuff out. The first thing I want you to do is I'm going to show you how to do a first difference for this. Okay, so the first difference, the first delta as we get in class. So what I'm going to do, I'm only going to look at this one, going from here to there. Okay, so I'm going to take this one minus that one. 4a minus 2b, whoops, minus 2b plus c. And I'm going to write it vertically. This might look a little bit easier. Minus 9a minus 3b plus c. Let's see what we get here. Okay? So we know c minus c is going to be 0. -2b minus 3b, that's plus 3b. So you got -2 plus 3, that's going to be plus b. And then 4a minus 9a is going to be -5a. So I get -5a plus b for that first difference, which is between these guys right here. -5a plus b. See, the c's cancel. Okay, -5a plus b. So I'm going to do is I'm going to erase all that work, put that up there, and then show you the next one. Okay, so the first difference here, -5a plus b. Okay, let's do something similar for the next one, which would be this one minus that one. So we've got 1a minus 1b plus c minus this one, 4a minus 2b plus c. Okay? Subtracting these. C minus c gives us 0. -b plus, minus and -2 gives you a positive 2. So -1 plus 2 again gives you a plus b. That's kind of nice. And then you got 1 minus 4 is -3a. So I got -3a plus b. -3a plus b. Okay. Now you can see those are not the same. Those are not the same. This is because this is not linear. This is not a linear model, it's a quadratic model. So those are different numbers. -5a plus b and -3a plus b. Those are not the same thing at all. Our job is to go past the first differences and go to the second differences. And that's what this quiz is all about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put second difference. I need a bigger chalkboard is what I really need. The second differences would have to come out here. You'd have to make, when you do this on your own, if you choose to do this quiz, make sure you have a wider table that you can actually do this. So I'm going to put that arrow there, and then the space, I'm going to put them actually in this space over here. But this is not where it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this one minus this one. So I get negative 3a plus b minus a negative 5a plus b. What happens if I subtract those two things? Well, I get b minus b, which gives me 0. And then I get negative 3a minus a negative 5a. Minus a negative 5a is positive 5a. 5 minus 3 is 2a. So I really just get 2a as a result. Now, I'm going to give you a hint on this. That is like the slope from the previous model. In other words, if you do the math correctly, here all the way down, and you do the first differences correctly, your second differences should all get to that, which means all the second differences are 2a, 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 and that works for any quadratic. So everything you learned about quadratics in your previous lives as math students, it was all based on the fact that that number will always come out in the second differences. That is what makes things quadratic. It has nothing to do with how the data is behaving, blah, 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 blah. It has everything to do with the fact that the second differences are constant. So when somebody asks you, does something appear to be quadratic, this is the way you check it. So there you go. Hope this helps. We'll see you in class.